Question for you. Do you know who you really are? Let's talk about that. Hey guys, Randy here with The Living Adventure. Hey, thanks a lot for following along and listening to my banter again. Hey, I want to talk about you, and more specifically about what makes you be you. What I've learned through my journeys around this planet is that we are ultimately a collection of a bunch of things, and one of those things is the information that we've been fed. And that information is usually stories or tales that other people have told us, and we ultimately believe. Another component of who we are is the experiences that we have. And what I found in life is that those that have had a vast amount of experiences, and not just in frequency, but intensity, truly have defined their own being. In other words, they are an authentic version of themselves. Whereas others that haven't experienced life as much, read a lot of books, listen to a lot of people, watch TV, social media surfing, they tend to be more manifestations of that force, that collective force that they're absorbing. They haven't really gone out and exposed themselves to the real world and face the challenges and the adversities to bring out of them who they truly are. What they've done is they've adapted to the things that they've read or listened to the things that they've heard, and then they try to model after that or emulate that in some way, shape, or form. So there's two real versions of who you are. One is a modeled version, a version that is based on theoretical readings, information off of the internet, TV, movies, emulations of so to speak. And then there's the authentic version of you, and that's the person that has gone out there and challenged yourself, faced these adversities, blasted through them, and developed your own identity. And that's where people have a lot of problem with, is that personal identity. When you stand out from all of the literature that has been written, you've created your own sort of point in life, and that makes you different. And of course we all understand that if you're different, well, then you're so much of an outcast, right? People don't accept you as much. You need to blend into the fold. So if you're following a certain influencer on social media, if you don't follow that influencer and believe what that influencer is saying, well, then you're an outcast, right? So the reality for a lot of us highly sensitive people is that we have been forced into a world of not being our true selves. We've hidden from that, and whether we were shamed or belittled or whatever from childhood, we didn't allow our skills to develop. We didn't allow our experiences to be absorbed. We actually hid away from them, and we tried to blend in to a crowd that we didn't seem abnormal. And the reality is, you're not abnormal, you're unique. And so I encourage you to get out there and start discovering who you truly are. It's okay to be unique. It's absolutely important that you are unique, because imagine if we were all the same, and that would be a boring world that we would live in. And who would we be the same as, right, is the big question. So experience is what defines us as an individual. It creates the character that's unique to anybody else. You could take 100 people and they could read that same book, and even though they might get a little bit of a different version or idea from it, they're going to have a general consensus of what that book was all about, and they're going to absorb that and they're going to relay that. But if you take 100 different people and you put them into 100 different experiences, I think you can do the math. And it's that uniqueness that these people and the experiences that they have that make this world a better place to live in, and stories that they share. Anyway, guys, get out there and live life, be an adventurer, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.